Hey everybody, get on in here. Running just a few minutes late. Bathroom duty calls. And then yeah, I had my makeup on and ready to go. But hey, you don't procrastinate about that because it will get you in the end. Sorry for the pun. Anyway, where is... Something has happened. I lost my iPod. And here it is. It was on the ground. Yesterday we started with a good deed doer. Good morning, people. There's my brother-in-law. Get on in here. We won't do a song today because I couldn't find my iPod. Anyway, it's Saturday. What are y'all doing for fun today? Robert's out cutting some trees. He is going to cut up a pine tree that we use for kindling. And kindling is a fun thing. Makes fire starting easy. Sometimes I use pine for a day fire. Just a little fire. One year we had a dog that didn't like fire and he was scared of fire. So we didn't have as many fires that year. You take care of your critters. There's my sister. So get on in here. Get on in here. It's Saturday. We got lots to do. Lots of fun things to do. If you missed Leanne's question and answer session yesterday, she was in the car. She wasn't driving, but she was in the car. Mark was driving. And she got her hairs all did up really pretty. That's what Michelle would say. And you just have to, her haircut was adorable. Anyway, please share our videos. You help a lot of people to get rid of the chaos in their lives. Next month is September. We'll be practicing our new habit of our before bed routine. Get this book. We're going to go through this book in September. We're going to go through this book 31 days. We're going to start it. Let me move my little mark to the beginning, and we will start this book in September. The September 1st is on a Sunday. So that means we will have a Friday the 13th. Yep, we'll have a Friday the 13th. So, folks, get your books ordered. If you don't have the 31 Baby Step book, get it ordered. You can get it on your Kindle or in a paperback version. Many of you have had lots of success with the body clutter stuff we've been going through. We have we've used this book that Leanne and I wrote together. It was a New York Times bestseller. It was a wonderful, it still works. It still works. But we're learning more and more ways to play games. And we all like to play games. We really do love to play games. So, folks, let's get that done. It's this week we have been in our main bathroom and another room. Next week we will be in the master bedroom. And we're gonna tackle that closet. You know what I'm talking about. That closet that says a lot of ugly things to you when you walk in there. You have your fat clothes, you have your skinny clothes. The fat clothes say, "Come on back. I know you really liked me. You want to fit in it." I know what those fat clothes are saying because I've had it. It said it to me. Yes, it said it to me. My one of my favorite outfits. It kept saying, "Come on back, come on back." Then there's the skinny clothes, the clothes you wore when you were in high school. I don't have any of those anymore. Nope. There's probably some at my ex-husband Justin's dad's house, but no, I don't have any of them. Most of everything I have in my closet fits me wonderfully. So let's get rid of the fat clothes and the skinny clothes. Let's only have clothes that make us feel like $100, $1,000,000. I'll put it up closer. There we go. I put it up closer to my head. So cleaning out our closet, making room in our closet for our winter things. We're going to be, fall will be here before we know it. We're going to need to start. Well, I live in an area where we layer up a lot. It's cool this morning. We don't have our air conditioner on today. It may warm up in the afternoon and we may have a thunderstorm. But the main thing is you have the ability to throw on a sweater, throw on a shirt. We go to the Pizza Hut, and the Pizza Hut is always cold, and we always look at each other and say, "Are you dressed for Pizza Hut weather?" So it's kind of funny, So folks, let's get rid of the clothes in our closet that don't fit us anymore. Let's bless someone else with those clothes, and it'll be great. Next week, we're going to talk about changes. Here's the funny thing. We live in a migration area for butterflies. Right now, we're beginning to see monarch butterflies everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. They're migrating south. They've been up in Canada and now they're migrating south. I don't know why butterflies migrate, but they do. Birds migrate, but we are blessed to be butterflies. We can change ourselves. We have control over our minds and our bodies when you just listen. And coming out of those cocoons, we have used clutter as a cocoon. And Liz and Patty and I have been playing with the idea of a Fly Lady game. Now, I need some help here, folks. I need some help here. If we had a Fly Lady game, what would you make points for? Come on, give me some of your ideas. How would you make points? How would you make points? And as you played the game, would you declutter a little bit? Would you declutter just a little bit? So, Robert made me something cute. I mean, it is adorable. It is adorable. He made me a die. He made me a die. Look at this. It is so cute. And it's just like a real one. I didn't know that the opposite sides always add up to 7. I had no clue that was the case. They always add up to 7. So he made me a die. And, knowing what's for dinner, maybe that's a point. Having your shoes on, that's another point. Is your sink shining? But maybe you have to go shine your sink. You have to get up and go shine your sink. If you don't have your shoes on, if you have your shoes on, you get a point. If you have to go put your shoes on, you don't get a point. Because part of playing this game is having these routines and these habits be automatic with you. So he took a 2-inch cube of oak and turned this into a die for us. A die. So I'm going to roll this on Monday, and we're going to do our weekly home blessing. And we're going to label, we're going to have a nice, fun way to do our weekly home blessing. Is your bed made? Yep, if your bed is made. So we're going to play with it. I think for every bag you declutter, you get points. And if you need to go get rid of 3 things from your closet while you're playing the game, can you imagine playing this with your children? This could be fun. This could be a lot of fun. And I envision the game as a house with zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in it. Still smells like paint though. He painted it and he painted all the dots sink in. It's really He did such a good job. He likes to make me stuff. Fly Lady Bingo's fun. Yep, it is. So everybody, take some time to have some fun with your family today. And let's a card game like Concentration. I don't know the card game Concentration. But it can be fun for everybody. Spin a wheel. I do have an awesome husband. He spoils me rotten. He says that's his job, to spoil me rotten. So have you done a load of laundry today? That's our habit for this month. Have you done a load of laundry and is it put away? Yep, I've got a load to go to the basement right now. I need to start my steps. I haven't done my flights yet today. I've been working on the flight plan for tomorrow. I'm looking at some of your questions. You're all about Robert. Yeah, he did fix those tables for Leanne. So everybody, let's have a good afternoon. Do something fun. Nope. Robert is not, I don't lend Robert out. He offers to do things. I do not volunteer him to do things. He offers to do things. So everybody, purple rags are on a BOGO right now. Get them while they're hot. And then it's August already. It's time to start using your calendar. Get it out and use it. Utilize it to get rid of the chaos in your life. I have sent out this morning a wonderful testimonial about saving money. And it all starts with menu planning, which is Leanne's department. When you menu plan and utilize your calendar to do it, amazing things can happen. And post-it note tape. Yes, there is such a thing as post-it note tape. You can put this on your calendar and move it from week to week. You don't like to have the same thing everywhere. Well, you do like to have some things. Pizza once a week, tacos once a week. You see, you can mix things up. So, folks, let's get some menu planning and save some money. We all need to save money. Money is a tool. And when you take this tool for granted, then you're not going to have enough to provide for yourself in your old age. So we need to save money anytime we can. Planning your menus will do that. Planning your menus will do this. Look at savingdinner.com. Post-it note tape. Yeah, Leanne, this is amazing stuff. Some flybaby told me about it, and how cool is this? Post-it note tape. Some people are using our mini calendar to do a whole month of menu planning on it. Just use the mini calendar. But get the groceries in your house. And if you have a pantry and a freezer full of food, you need to start using that food. Yeah, that's right. Leanne has a big sale going on. And she'll put the coupon code in here. Post-it note does rock. So tea time is at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Well, it's on Amazon. You know that's where I get everything. Well, thanks, Anne, for relying heavily on Leanne's menu mail. She has something like Dinner Answers now, which you can pull from a lot of different ways to make meals according to your health. I eat low carb. Low carb is good for me. Low carb has been good to me. Code is back to school. Why wouldn't it be back to school? Because it's back to school time. Be careful with those buses out there, y'all. We're not used to seeing them on the road. Curbside grocery pickup changed my life. When I was a young mother, I only went to the grocery store every 2 weeks on Tuesday, because that was when my mother-in-law was off, and Tuesday was Granny Elizabeth's Day. And that was, Leanne does have a site. It's savingdinner.com. So I would leave Justin, who was a baby, with his Granny Elizabeth, and I would go to the grocery store, and I would run our errands and get everything on Tuesday, and I would plan menus for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, and then that way I would have enough food in the house to cook. Now, my granny always said, any food that you throw away in the trash is like throwing dollar bills down the drain. Don't do it. Don't do this to your budget, to your hard-earned money. And I learned from Susie Orman that you have to take care of your money. I also learned from Susie Orman that a clean desk, a cleared off desk, is an efficient way to work. So let's plan our menus. Let's get it down on your calendar. And please take care of your family by cooking the food that you have and utilizing the leftovers. Think about a big old pot roast. Maybe you make a big old pot roast. This is fun. You put a pot roast in the crock pot for tomorrow's Sunday dinner. Sunday's a big time to have a great meal. Have utilize your crock pot. Leanne calls them indentured servants. Let's utilize those tools and put you carrots and potatoes and a big old pot roast. Now, pot roast is only as good as the gravy you make to go on it. And you can make your gravy, or you can have a packaged gravy, or you can use better than bouillon, which you can help make the gravy. But you have this beautiful pot roast, and you serve this pot roast up. But guess what you can have on Monday? You can make some mashed potatoes to go with this pot roast, and you can have an open-faced roast beef sandwich. Or you can take it and slice it up and serve it with a rye bread and some horseradish mayonnaise, and have a wonderful sandwich meal with that, and put a salad with it. Wow, you've got a great dinner. And then Wednesday, you got this roast beef left. You got a lot of gravy, you got a lot of carrots and potatoes. Cut it all up, put it in your crock pot again, put you some frozen veggies in, the mixed vegetables in with it, and you got a big old pot of soup. Yep, throw some tomatoes in there, and you got a pot of soup. So you've made 3 meals out of 1 pot roast. 3 meals. Now, you might be getting tired of it, and you may have taken a lunch with some of the leftovers. You've got this great dinner. You got this great lunch at work. So you see how you plan for leftovers. Leanne does it with chicken. She calls it rubber chicken. This is one of the first recipes she ever gave our ladies. It's a beautiful concept. Beautiful concept. Rubber chicken. So if you have a big family, you may need to roast 2 chickens. Her children's favorite meal growing up was mashed potatoes, roast chicken, and I think it was green beans. Leanne, correct me, whatever it is. But they loved roast chicken, and she would cook 1 chicken, maybe 2 chicken, because Peter really liked his roast chicken. And she would take that, and she would make this wonderful dinner out of it. And then she would pull it all off the bone, and she would have chicken for burritos and other meals. She could make a casserole with that chicken, a Mexican casserole. She could do lots of things with that stuff. You got to go check out savingdinner.com. You got to go check it out, because there are some easy recipes. There are crock pot recipes. There's one pot recipes. There's some amazing stuff you can do and utilize your leftovers. Plan for your leftovers. That's the only issue with Robert going to the grocery store, is that he doesn't plan for leftovers. He doesn't get a roast that's big. I like a big roast. So, rubber chicken, you can do this with every nice cut of meat. So let's say you have a pork roast. You have a nice, and there, with Labor Day coming up, pork roasts are going to be everywhere on sale for not much money a pound. Put it in your crock pot. And I like to do a pork roast recipe and turn it into barbecue. It's just, I live in North Carolina. Barbecue is a staple here. So let's plan for leftovers. And if you need to tell your grocery shopper to buy a bigger roast, or buy two. If you buy a small one, buy two. That's how we got to get them. But I like to have backup. So Robert went to the grocery store on Tuesday. I said, I need utility bacon. That's a small little pack of bacon. I need two of them. I need one for the freezer and one to utilize. I always like to have backup. So barbecue, making barbecue. Leanne has a great recipe for Eastern style barbecue. It's amazing, but you can have a pork roast first, and then you can turn it into Eastern style barbecue. Yum. And, well, if you're in North Carolina, you eat pork. You eat ribs, you eat pork chops. It's a staple around here. Yes, let's get stocked up when it's on sale. Today I sent out my video on how to cook ground beef in your slow cooker. And Leanne taught me this. I didn't know you could put water in with meat and turn it into fine little pieces. She did it for her Muzz's dressing in her Thanksgiving menu mailer. And Cuban sandwiches. Ooh wee. Well, all the videos are there pretty much. I don't know what else to cook. I've made everything from pineapple upside down cake to cooking hamburger meat in the crock pot. But you take 6 to 10 pounds of hamburger meat, put a couple of cups of water in it, and stir it. And every 15 minutes, keep stirring it. In 3 hours, you got pre-cooked hamburger meat. You can cut up 3 or 4 onions with it too, and you got pre-cooked hamburger meat and onions. That saves you a big, huge step. So, and then bag it up into 2-cup packages and put it in the freezer. So making something like hamburger stroganoff or putting together a Mexican casserole, any of these things is easy when you already got the hamburger meat cooked. It's like having fast food in your own freezer. It's going to save you time, it's going to save you money, and you're going to have a happy family. I know there used to be a meal that you would get at a Chinese restaurant before there were Chinese buffets, and it would be a happy family. So feeding your family and giving them the stuff they like to eat, it's a wonderful way to feel good about being a mom, feel good about feeding your family well. Check out LeanneSavingDinner.com. She has a great sale going on with coupon code back to school, it saved $20 for a whole year. Oh, Leanne says we're going to be cooking for you on Wednesday. She says I'm going to make her hot melt spaghetti. We'll see. It'll be fun. We'll be doing it together. But the one thing, let's go back to the rubber chicken. Then she would take the chicken all off the bone, and she put the bones and the skin and stuff in a pot, big stock pot, and cook it up and throw veggies in there and everything to make chicken broth. But we call it bone broth because she adds a little vinegar to it and it just leaches out all the minerals, and it's so good. If you ever been to a Chinese restaurant and they bring you out a cup of soup to start with, a miso soup, well, this was better than any miso soup I have ever had. So everybody, check out savingdinner.com. Don't forget our sales we got going on. And feather dusters are back in stock. They go fast because we can't keep feather dusters in our fly shop. They go so fast. So folks, somebody blocked John here. He's a troll. I love you all, and I will see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Bye. I'm trying